I'm here with special guest today, Wendy Ouriel, and we are going to be discussing how a bad skincare routine can cause acne. Alright guys, so I am here with Wendy, who is a molecular cellular biologist. So if anybody knows the truth about our skin and skincare, because also Wendy is formulator of her own skincare line, Oumere Skincare. We're going to put a link to it right underneath this video. But honestly, if anybody really knows about this, and I met Wendy and we chatted and I've tried all her skincare and it's amazing, it's Wendy. So we're also here with Sunshine, because a lot of you know Sunshine. Sunshine appears in a lot of my YouTube videos of late. She prefers, Wendy, the food videos, just saying. And she actually likes my whole food plant-based videos. Don't know why, but she kind of does, because she'll eat anything, because she's actually quite a large girl, but we love her, love her, love her. She's a little rescue dog. But anyway, Sunshine, we're talking cellular, molecular biology, so we're going to go straight into that. And by the way, for those of you who have just chanced upon this video, please subscribe to my channel, because I have hundreds of videos really pertaining to everything, Wendy. A lot of skincare, a lot of DIY skincare, but also a lot of nutrition, plant-based nutrition. So make sure you subscribe, because we put out 2 brand new original YouTube videos every week, and I don't want you to miss them. So Wendy, fascinating. Wendy and I were chatting, we had lunch the other day, and Wendy explained to me, which I so get it, how bad skincare routine, and actually this would be a skincare routine that many young people, and certainly my daughter who's 16 was doing, causes acne. This I saw with my very own eyes happen to Lola, my daughter. Why? What is a bad skincare routine?
Well, a bad skincare routine is anything that causes damage to the skin, because the thing is that acne is not natural for the skin, with the exception of hormonal acne, which teenagers naturally get. But the thing that's not natural is bacterial acne, and bacterial acne, more times than not, is actually caused by bad skincare, because bad skincare lowers our skin's natural defenses to bacterial pathogens.
Oh, it makes so much sense. And also, I think what I hear you saying, Wendy, is that, you know, for a teenager, for my daughter, she started getting it when she was 14, but it was a sort of combo of both, because what Lola started doing was she started getting hormonal acne, then we went to the dermatologist, then she started using all these harsh products, and it made it worse.
Yeah, it does.
So what do we do? So when did you start getting acne?
I actually got acne for the first time in my life when I was 25.
Oh, and that's a really good point, because it's not always teenage. And some women get it, by the way, in that you get menopausal acne. Yeah. So what you're saying is, yes, it can be created by, it's hormonal. Sometimes it's bacterial, but whether it's either of those things, the products we use in our skin are vital, and we can go very wrong. How do we go wrong?
We go wrong by using products that are really harsh on the skin.
Like, give some examples.
For example, anything that's a scrub. A physical scrub is very bad for your skin.
Oh, what, like a physical, like as in, granules?
Right, so anything that calls itself a polish, a scrub, anything with like physical particles in it. Diamond dust is another one. It sounds luxury, but it's not.
But why? Is it because they damage the skin?
Actually, they do. So what happens is, with a physical scrub, they're not specific enough to just target the dead skin. So when they're exfoliating, you're not taking off only dead skin, you're taking off live skin with it. And you're also reducing your skin's protective barrier, you're lowering your pH, which protects you from bacteria. And the problem is that not only are you giving yourself bacterial acne, but you're actually accelerating the aging process by doing that as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Wendy!
Yeah, I know.
You see, molecular biologist, cellular biologist. I mean, Wendy and I could talk for hours, because her knowledge base is extraordinary. And I think what makes you so unique, Wendy, is that not only is Wendy, you know, has her master's in all of the above, but also she is a skincare formulator. So what Wendy's so beautifully done is taken all that knowledge and gone, wait a minute, let's see what there is on the market. And by the way, catch Wendy and I's other videos, because we are doing a little series videos here, and I don't want you to miss them. We have one on anti-aging and one on skincare myths busted. So really make sure you see those, because it's amazing information. But I just want to finish this whole thing on acne. So problem is, somebody has acne. It can be a teenager, it can be a 1-year-old like you, it can be an older woman like me. I have a lot of comments saying I'm suddenly getting these breakouts. So you said to us that the problem is that we're using these really harsh abrasive ingredients like the exfoliators, mechanical exfoliators.
Exactly, and that's not the only one. There's a lot of other products out there that are poorly formulated. So if you have a product, oils are great, but the problem is that if you have oils with an imbalanced fatty acid profile, you're going to give yourself acne. So for example, your skin sebum levels have a fatty acid profile. The problem is that when you get acne, the fatty acids are very high in an oil called, a fatty acid called oleic acid. And natural plant-based oils also have oleic acid in it. So if you have oils in your skincare that are very high in oleic acid, you're doing more damage because you're causing clogged pores, you're causing inflammation. So what you need to make sure with your skincare is that you have oils high in linoleic acid to balance it out.
Oh my goodness. Wendy, my head is spinning off its axis. So look, how do we know? Do you go to the formulation, and how do you know if that product's got high in whatever it is?
You just have to become a more informed consumer. So you have to know which oils are high in oleic acid, and you can just do a search for it.
So what can we, underneath this video for ease of use, can we give a little list of oils that are high in those? Yes?
Absolutely.
Would that be a good idea?
And the thing is that some oils that are high in oleic acid are really beneficial. So what you want to make sure is that there are other oils in the product that balance it out by having high linoleic acid content.
Great.
So, and it's really not that hard once you get used to the oils that you know have high oleic acid to just either look for oils high in linoleic acid within the same formula or just avoid it altogether.
All right, so we're going to put that information underneath the video, because I know, Wendy, that the questions are already like, but what about this? What about that?
Right.
And of course, we probably can't go through individual brands for you, but we will definitely, put that information. And then finally, Wendy, is there any absolute must-do for those who have skincare, aside from finding a product that has that right balance of oils, aside from getting rid of these harsh exfoliants, anything else that you think?
Absolutely. No alcohol on the face, no drying, because if you dry your skin out, it's just going to produce more oil, so your body maintains that homeostatic balance. The other thing that you have to do is you have to chemically exfoliate every day with an alpha and beta, and if you can find it, polyhydroxy acid chemical exfoliant, because what that'll do is that'll regulate your skin's oil levels, it'll reduce the amount of bacteria on your face, and it'll just strengthen your acid mantle to prevent future bacterial pathogens. And then the other thing I wanted to say also is that people with oily skin are more prone to acne, so don't think that you need to remove oils. What you need is more oil, actually, and you need oils high in linoleic acid so your pores don't get clogged with all that oleic acid that your sebum contains.
Wow, this is such amazing information. And I just also want to throw in here that Wendy has an amazing exfoliating product, and it's called, what is it called?
It's called number 9 chemical exfoliant.
Number 9 chemical exfoliant. I'm going to link to it underneath this video, because this is something that you can all use more. I think you can use it you start every other day, and then you can move to every day, correct?
Well, it depends, because what the exfoliant actually does is it will actually indicate how imbalanced your skin is. If you put it on and you feel a lot of stinging, burning, then your skin is highly damaged. There's no protection there, so you need to work your way up. So I recommend diluting it once a day, every other day, and then you can work your way up to full strength. And then for those with more mature skin, I even recommend doing it twice a day.
That would be me. Can I do it 10 times a day, Wendy?
That might be a little bit over exfoliation.
It's like, for me, if something works, it's like, and more.
It's tempting.
Yeah, it is. But anyway, I love you, Wendy.
Thank you so much.
I'm so glad to bring you to my community, because to have a molecular cellular biologist who's also a skincare formulator, guys, really, really valuable. So check out our other videos and take heed of this advice. Share it with all your friends, because I think the big main takeaway for me with this is do not use those exfoliants that are actually going to damage the skin and rip away that acid mantle and destroy the pH, right?
Absolutely.
Right. And check those links, because lots of information under here. All right,